It might sound surprising, but it's a real process happening inside your head. Every time you're under chronic stress, your brain starts to change, and not in a good way. Ever walked into a room and forgotten why you went in? Or tried to focus but your brain just wouldn't cooperate? This isn't just brain fog or a bad day. It could be a sign that chronic stress is impacting your brain on a physical level. In this video, we're breaking down how long-term stress affects your memory, focus, and emotional regulation. And most importantly, what you can do to reverse the damage. Section 1. The brain under pressure. How stress physically changes your mind. Let's start with cortisol, your body's main stress hormone. When you're stressed, your brain signals your adrenal glands to release cortisol. In short bursts, this can be helpful. It sharpens your senses and prepares you for action. But modern life exposes us to continuous low-grade stress, keeping cortisol levels elevated for far too long. This constant exposure can interfere with two critical brain areas, the prefrontal cortex and the hippocampus. The prefrontal cortex, right behind your forehead, is your brain's executive center. It helps you plan, regulate emotions, focus, and make decisions. Prolonged exposure to cortisol can weaken its structure and the neural connections inside it. This means trouble focusing, poor decision-making, and emotional overwhelm. Then there's the hippocampus, crucial for learning and memory. It's one of the few regions in the adult brain where new brain cells are formed. Chronic stress disrupts this process, reducing the formation of new neurons and even leading to a reduction in overall volume. This can affect both short-term and long-term memory and impair your ability to learn new things. Section 2. The daily impact. Foggy focus and fuzzy memory. These structural changes show up in everyday life. If you're constantly misplacing items, forgetting conversations, or zoning out during meetings, it might not be just getting older. Chronic stress may be compromising the systems that manage memory and focus. The weakened prefrontal cortex also makes it harder to stay focused, leading to mind-wandering and impulsivity. You may feel like you're constantly distracted, or like small decisions suddenly feel exhausting. These changes aren't flaws in character. They're biological responses to long-term stress. Section 3. Anxiety amplified. The emotional effects of stress. While the prefrontal cortex and hippocampus can weaken, another region, the amygdala, can become more active. The amygdala regulates fear and emotional responses. Under chronic stress, it can become overactive, making you more prone to anxiety, irritability, and feeling overwhelmed. When the calming influence of the prefrontal cortex decreases, the amygdala's influence increases. You may find that everyday challenges suddenly feel like emergencies. This creates a feedback loop where stress feeds stress. This doesn't just affect your mind, it affects your entire body. Ongoing cortisol elevation contributes to inflammation, disrupts digestion, weakens your immune system, and increases risk for heart disease. It's a domino effect that begins in the brain but touches nearly every system in the body. If any of this feels familiar, don't worry, there's good news coming. These effects are real, but they're not permanent. If you're getting value so far, hit the like button and subscribe. We're about to dive into the evidence-backed methods that help your brain recover and rebuild. Section 4. The recovery plan? Rebuilding a resilient brain. Here's the incredible truth. The brain is adaptable. It's capable of growth and recovery, a quality called neuroplasticity. You can reverse the effects of chronic stress and build stronger brain health with a few consistent habits. 1. Physical exercise. Regular aerobic exercise increases the production of BDNF, a brain-derived growth factor that supports new neuron growth, especially in the hippocampus. A brisk walk, light jog, or even dancing a few times a week can spark neurogenesis and regulate cortisol. 2. Mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness practices have been shown in brain scans to shrink the amygdala and strengthen the prefrontal cortex. Meditation, even just 10 minutes per day, helps you respond instead of react and cultivates calm in the face of stress. 3. Quality sleep. Your brain detoxes and repairs itself during deep sleep. Prioritize 7-8 hours per night to restore cognitive function, balance cortisol, and support emotional regulation. 4. Anti-inflammatory nutrition. What you eat influences your mood and focus. A diet rich in whole foods, especially leafy greens, berries, omega-3s, and nuts, helps reduce inflammation in both the brain and body. Supporting your gut also supports your mental clarity. Yes, chronic stress can alter your brain, but this doesn't have to be permanent. Every step you take, from breathing mindfully to getting better sleep, helps restore your brain's balance and power. You can improve your focus, rebuild memory, and regulate your emotions more effectively. The tools are simple and they're already within your reach. If this video helped you understand what stress is doing to your brain and, more importantly, how to reverse it, give it a like, share it with someone who needs this, and subscribe for more brain and mental health insights. In the comments, tell me which brain-boosting habit you're going to try first. Let's build a healthier mind together.